Lesson number 7. Walking away doesn't mean giving up. Sometimes it's not always best to charge forward without thinking. Life's battles require a strategic approach, sometimes stepping back and choosing a different path. In Lesson 7, we explore the power of walking away, not as surrender, but as a necessary maneuver for gaining perspective, strategizing effectively, and ultimately achieving our goals. The illusion of weakness. Walking away can often be perceived as a sign of weakness or giving up. However, true strength lies in knowing when to disengage from futile struggles and choose a different approach. Our ability to see alternate solutions can sometimes be clouded by emotions when we are in the midst of intense situations. Stepping back offers several strategic advantages. Achieving clarity. It's hard to think objectively when entangled in a challenging situation. Walking away creates space to detach from emotional reactions and observe the problem clearly, allowing us to identify new possibilities and potential pitfalls. Conserving energy. Engaging in unproductive battles drains our physical and mental resources. Walking away allows us to regroup, recharge, and approach the situation with renewed focus and energy. Exploring new options. Fixing one path can limit our ability to see better possibilities. Stepping aside opens our minds to explore unconventional solutions and creative approaches that might have been overlooked initially. Connecting with Seneca's message. Though the missing portion of the Seneca quote prevents a direct link, we can explore themes aligned with his philosophy to understand the strategic value of walking away, living in the present. Seneca emphasizes enjoying the present, not dwelling on the past or anxiously anticipating the future. Walking away can be a way to break free from unproductive fixation and focus on present opportunities for growth and strategic action. Contentment with what we have. Recognizing that what we have is sufficient allows us to let go of attachments to situations or relationships that drain our energy. This creates space for pursuing endeavors that align with our values and goals, even if it means walking away from familiar but detrimental situations. Remember, walking away requires self-awareness and courage. It's about choosing the right battles and knowing when to disengage for a greater purpose. It's not about abandoning our goals, but taking a strategic step back to find a more effective way to achieve them. Listen to our intuition and seek support if needed. Trust that the most significant victories are sometimes won through calculated retreats and well-timed pivots. Embrace the strategic power of walking away as a tool for clarity, growth, and achieving our goals. Remember that sometimes the most significant victories are achieved not through brute force, but through wisdom, self-awareness, and the courage to choose the right path, even if it means taking a temporary step back. Lesson number 8. Let your actions speak. Imagine a lively marketplace filled with people competing for attention. In this noise, staying silent can be a powerful tool. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you that counts, but how you respond to it." In Lesson 8, we examine the power of silence, not as a sign of weakness, but as a strategic and meaningful response. Beyond words, the strength of silence. We often feel compelled to defend ourselves, explain our actions, or engage in arguments to prove our point. However, these efforts can be useless, exhausting, and counterproductive in many situations. Choosing silence in these moments is not passive. It's a deliberate act of self-respect and strategic communication. The messages conveyed by silence. Setting boundaries. When someone disrespects or violates your values, staying silent shows that you won't tolerate their behavior. It establishes a clear boundary, communicating that you deserve respect and won't engage in unhealthy interactions. Inner peace. Choosing silence protects your inner peace. Engaging in negativity or arguments can create emotional turmoil. Stepping away lets you maintain your composure and avoid being drawn into unnecessary drama. Reclaiming control. Responding with silence empowers you to choose how you react. It prevents others from dictating your emotions or actions, allowing you to control your response. Action speaks louder than words. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. Walking away and focusing on positive actions that align with your values can be a more robust response than engaging in verbal battles. Walking away versus disengagement. It's important to differentiate between strategic silence and disengagement from life or essential conversations. Walking away doesn't imply apathy or withdrawal from important issues. It's a conscious decision to avoid unproductive negativity and focus your energy on situations and people who deserve your attention and effort. Remember, choosing silence is not about weakness, but strength and self-respect. Use silence strategically, understanding when it's the most effective response. Combine silence with positive actions that affirm your values and goals. Trust your intuition and choose responses that align with your inner peace and well-being. Embrace the power of silence as a tool for self-respect, effective communication, and emotional well-being. Remember, it's not about avoiding all challenges, but about choosing your battles wisely and responding in ways that empower you and align with your authentic self. Lesson number 9. Seek validation within. As you close your eyes, envision yourself as a budding flower, stretching towards the sun for the warmth and nourishment it provides. However, what if the sun only acknowledged flowers of a varying hue, leaving you feeling unappreciated and overlooked? This inner turmoil reflects our innate need for validation, and Lesson 9 advocates for a shift in focus from seeking external approval to cultivating self-worth from within. The temptation of external validation. We yearn to be recognized, valued, and accepted. Frequently, we seek this validation from external sources, such as acquaintances, family, co-workers, or even followers on social media. Nonetheless, this pursuit can become an endless cycle of striving, resulting in disappointment and feelings of inadequacy. As the Roman Stoic philosopher Seneca astutely declared, "It is a poor thing to live on borrowed opinions." The misconception of conditional worth. By seeking validation from external sources, we establish a basis for our self-worth, leading to conditional self-esteem. Our sense of value fluctuates based on the approval or disapproval of others. This makes us susceptible to manipulation and erodes our inner strength. Stepping away to embrace your authentic self. Stepping away from those who diminish your worth isn't an act of rebellion. It's an act of self-love. It's about creating space to reconnect with your true self, free from the distortions of external judgment. This journey could involve identifying limiting beliefs and acknowledging and questioning negative beliefs about yourself imbued by others. Celebrating your uniqueness, embracing your individuality, talents and quirks that make you who you are. Practicing self-compassion. Extend the same kindness and empathy towards yourself that you would towards a loved one. Setting healthy boundaries. Shielding your emotional well-being by distancing yourself from negativity and criticism. Seeking validation from within. Proper validation comes from within, from understanding and appreciating your inherent value. This does not imply becoming self-centered, but cultivating a healthy self-worth independent of external opinions. Practices such as keeping a gratitude journal, concentrating on the positive aspects of your life and accomplishments, spending time in nature, reconnecting with your inner calm and finding solace in the natural world, engaging in activities you enjoy, nurturing your passions and talents, reminding yourself of your abilities, surrounding yourself with supportive people, cultivating relationships that celebrate your authentic self. Remember, you are valuable, worthy, and enough just as you are. External validation is transient. Seek proper validation from within. Stepping away from negativity creates space for self-discovery and authentic connections. Embrace your individuality and allow your inner radiance to shine through. This exploration of Lesson 9 motivates you to embark on a life-changing journey of self-discovery. Remember that you are a unique and valuable being deserving of love and acceptance from yourself and those who genuinely appreciate you. Allow your inner radiance to shine brightly, nurtured by self-compassion and validation from within.